Now, the middle layer is called uvea. Okay, uvea means grape. We will see why we call it the grape. For now, just remember uvea means grape and it consists of three parts. The outermost is number 1 iris, that is followed by your ciliary body, this one, and then number 3 the posterior most is your choroid. So, the uvea, that is the middle layer of the eye, is made up of iris, ciliary body and the choroid. Okay. Now, you know that when you look at the iris, suppose this is the pupil and my iris is all over here, I have a folded structure like this over around the pupil, and this I am going to call the collarette because it surrounds the pupil like a collar, hence it is called a collarette. Okay. And the importance of this collarette is that the minor arteriolar circle of the eye lies in this collarette. Please remember, this is a question. The minor arterial circle of the eye lies in the iris collarette. Okay, and when I say there is a minor, obviously there will be a major arterial circle, and this lies at the root of the iris. Please remember this question also. Major arterial circle is at the root of the iris and minor arterial circle is in the iris collarette. And another important bit for you over here is whenever there is injury to the iris, it leads to a condition called hyphemia. Please look at this image. When the anterior chamber is filled with blood, we call it hyphemia. Okay. And the source of blood over here, please don't get confused, it's not minor arterial circle. You might think because it's the anterior most and it's going to bleed into the anterior chamber, but that's not the case. It's not so simple. The source of hyphemia in injury to the iris is the major arterial circle. Now let's come to the structure behind our iris, that is the ciliary body. I am going to magnify this image over here and it is going to look something like this. So let's see what the ciliary body consists of. The anterior most part that you are seeing over here, this region, there are certain folds to it. So plications means folds. Okay, so we are going to call it as pars plicata, and the posterior part, this plain structure over here without any folds, is your pars plana. Okay, the anterior part of ciliary body is pars plicata and posterior part is pars plana, and enclosed within these two structures is our one of the most powerful muscles of the eye, that is the ciliary muscle. This ciliary muscle is enclosed between pars plicata and pars plana. Now, what are the functions of this ciliary body? The major two functions are production of aqueous humor and it helps in accommodation. We will understand further how it helps in accommodation. So, for now please remember that the functions of ciliary body are production of aqueous humor and accommodation. Okay. Now, let us look at this structure. By looking at this, you will understand why we are calling uvea a grape. You can see that it's like a grape hanging with a stem over here. Okay. So, when you rip off the sclera, the uvea is highly vascular and it's almost a reddish brown in color like a grape, hence we call it that. I wanted you to look at this picture so that you will remember easily why it is called uvea. Okay. Now, coming to choroid proper, why is it called choroid? Choroid is called so because it resembles the chorion of the placenta. You all know there is amnion and chorion to the human placenta. So, the choroid resembles chorion. So, chorion like means choroid. Okay. Now, it is the most vascular part of the eyeball and it consumes about 85% of the blood supply that goes to the eyeball. 85% of blood supply to the eyeball that goes to the eyeball is taken by your choroid. Okay. and then its drainage is the vortex veins. The entire uvea is drained by the vortex veins. However, you can understand that majority of this drainage comes from choroid. Now, why would you want to know about the vortex veins? Now, we all know that the most common adult malignancy of the human eye is choroidal malignant melanoma. Please remember, this is a question. Malignant melanoma of choroid is the most common tumor of the adult. Retinoblastoma is the most common tumor of childhood in the eyes. Now, so this malignant melanoma of choroid drains into the vortex veins and invades them. Now, how will you differentiate malignant melanoma on a fundus picture that you're seeing here from its benign counterpart is that it has a typical orange pigmentation. Orange pigmentation to it, which helps us know that it is the malignant type of the choroidal tumor.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sai Suguna, your mentor for ophthalmology at Medicoapps. Now, thanks for watching the video. Now we have put such videos all together in our ophthalmology app. The trial version you can download from the link over here or in the description box below.